Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series of the object oriented programming with Java. Our today's topic for this particular video, that is the immutable objects and classes, array list class and big integer and big decimal class. I am an instructor Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's start with the first topic, that is the immutable object and class. So what do you mean by the immutable object and class? So immutable class are created to create immutable content or immutable object. The content of the immutable object cannot be changed. And as I already told you, if you want to just create a data member or object that you don't want to change, one keyword is used, that is a final keyword. So the final keyword is used to create the immutable object. But there are some rules to use with the immutable object. So first the class name must be the final, then the data member that we are use in the class, that must be a final variable, as well as the parameterized constructor we are using. So using these three rules, we are just able to create the immutable class and object. So I will also explain this particular example with the live programming. Now next topic for this particular session, that is the array list class. Now what is the use of the array list? It is almost similar to array, but there is some difference between the array list and array. So Java array list class is use a dynamic array for storing the element, and it inherit the abstract list class and implement the list interface. So the important point about the array list class, the first one, that array list class can contain the duplicate element. Next one, that is the array list class maintain the insertion order. Means suppose the first element is insert, next element must be inserted after the first one. So the order must be fixed in the array list. So array list class is non-synchronized. So this is non-synchronized. So this is not a thread safe. You can access all the method in the multi-threading. So Java array list allow the random access because the array work at an index basis. You can access the data at any random variable because array is work as a index basis. And the last one, that is a Java array list class manipulation is slow just because of lots of shifting need to occur if any element is removed from the array. Suppose if you are talking about the 10 element in the array and you are deleting just 6 element, so all the 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th element we need to just shift it at the one position. So that's why the process, the manipulation is slow, quite slow compared to other collection is there. So there are some method that we are using in the array list class, and these are the list of the method. Again, I am not displaying all these method, but I am displaying some method that mostly we are using in the programming. The first one, that is add. Suppose if you want to add any element in the array list, then just create the object of the array list, then just write down the object name dot add method, and just in method just write down the index and the element that you want to insert. Same the next element that you want to add, it used to append the specific element at the end of the position. Now normally suppose if you are using just only add, at the same time the element is added at the end of the list. But the first method, that we have the two options, you need to pass just index as well as the element. Suppose if you are passing a 5, 20, the element will be inserted in the 5th index as a 20 element. So next is a clear. If you want to clear the array list, then if you want to access the last index of, right, so you can also access the last index contains, and it return the true if the list contains the specific element or not. If you want to check that particular element is available in the list or not, then you can use the contain method. And finally you can use the remove also. Suppose if you want to remove the specific element from the array list. So these are the different method of the array list. And the last topic, this is the big integer class and big decimal class. So now suppose if you are talking about the C and C++, there is a one problem in the program, like if you want to find the factorial of the 50, 5050. Now suppose if if you want to find the factorial of 100, so the answer will not be displayed in this language, but because there is some capacity, there is some limitation of the range in this data type. Suppose if you are talking about the integer, so there is some limited range of the integer. In Java, there is also some limitation of this data type. So if you are using an integer data type, that there is some limitation of the range. But if you want to calculate that type of program, if you want to prepare that type of program, we have the two classes is that is a big integer and big decimal class. So in big integer cases, any range of the integer number will be displayed. Suppose if you are talking about the 20 digit number or 70 digit number, so that will be easily printed as an output. Same if you are talking about the big decimal class. Suppose if you want to print the 50 precision number, after point you want to just display a 50 number, that is possible using the big decimal class. So big integer and big decimal class are used to represent the integer or decimal number of any size and any precision. Both these class are available in the java.math package, so we need to import that particular package. Both their class are the immutable, and the big integer class allow the representation and calculation of arbitrary large number. That means a whole number that is any length. And same if you are talking about the big decimal class, allow the precision representation of any real number that can be with the arbitrary precision. So these are the most important two classes available in the Java. Using that particular class, you can print any length of the integer, as well as the if you are talking about the precision, you can print the arbitrary range of the precision. So these three topics I will explain with the live programming. So without wasting so much time, let's start the programming. Now in this session, I will show you the example of the immutable class and objects, then the example of the array list class, and big integer and big decimal class. So let's first of all, I am making the class for the immutable class and object. So I am creating the class test. So as I told you in already that a class must be a final class if you are talking about the immutable class and object. So final class is there, the final class test. In that particular class, I am using the final variable integer a and final string name. We need to use a one parameterized constructor. So I am using a parameterized constructor. In parameter, I am passing integer x comma string s. So I am initializing that particular data, like a is equals to x and name is equals to s. So simply I am using a parameterized constructor here, and one method I am using, that is void show method is there. In that particular method, I am just printing the data system.out.println. I am just printing like a is equals to plus a, as well as I want to print the name is equals to plus name. So this is the end of our immutable class, right? I am creating now a main class, that is a demo class. So I am save this particular file using the demo.java. Okay, so I have saved that particular file. Now here I am, what I am doing here, I am just using a public static void main. In that class, I am passing the string of argument. Now here I am just creating the object of the test class. Test1 is equals to new test, because I am using a parameterized constructor. So I am passing the value 100 and the next string argument in the form of I am passing my name Ankit. So now I am just calling a show method here. So first of all, let's run this code so you can easily understand what will be the output? The output will be a simple like java c demo.java. First I am compiling that particular file. There is no error in code. Then java demo. So this will print a simply a is equals to 100 and name is equals to Ankit, that I have already passed in the argument. Now what do you mean by the immutable class and object? Now here the class is created as an immutable. Now suppose if you want to change that using the object like t1.a, that is equals to 50, you are changing that value of the variable. At the same time here the compiler will generate an error. You can see this, you cannot assign a value to the final variable a because the variable is final. So this is act as an immutable object, and the class is declared as a final. That class is called as an immutable class. So hope you understand these two concepts, that is immutable class and immutable object. So now next I will show you the example of the array list. So here the array, in case of the array list, I am just creating the object and using the different method, like add method is there. So I will show you first of all the example of the array list. You can see over here what is the use of the array list class. Now here the array list, I am just creating a simple object, array list is equals to new. But first of all, this is a part of the utility package, so you need to import java.util.star. So now one method that I have already show you, that is a one add method is there. So adding, first I am adding the name, that is Ravi. After that I am not passing the index value. So after the Ravi, the Vijay will be attached. After the Vijay, the Ravi is there. After the Ravi, again the Ajay is there, and you can see I am passing the duplicate value also. And suppose if you want to print the data, you need to just write down the system.out.println list. Now suppose if you want to insert any data, so you can easily, suppose I am just commenting this particular line. I will show you one by one as output. I am storing this line. Now let's run this file again. Java C array list1.java. So this is not an error, this is tell like you are using a uncheck or unsafe operation, because I have not passed any type of parameter in array list that I am passing only string value, I am passing only integer value. That's why this will show a one note. So you can also restrict the array list, like you are supposed to be use only integer data, supposed to be use only a string data. At that time this message will not be displayed. Now let's run this code. So you can see, sorry, I am passing a different name. Here the name is array list 1. You can see in the bracket Ravi, Vijay, Ravi and Ajay is there. So now let's back to the programming. Now here I am printing just list. Now I want to just add, one line over here, that is inserting an element in an array between, and after that I am printing the list. So let's see the output again. First of all compile the program, then I am run this code. You can see first the output is, it will print the Ravi, Vijay, Ravi, Ajay, and in second position I am passing the as a 45 to Ravi, Vijay, because the array index start with the 0, so 45 will be displayed as in a third position. Okay, so you can understand here I can also pass a different parameter like string, I can also pass an integer, I can also pass a float, because I am not specifying any type of array is there. So, and the last one, suppose if you want to print the size of the array, you can easily print it. I'm just clearing that. Let's compile first of all, then run it. The size of the array is 5, because there are total 5 elements in the array list. So you can understand what is the use of the array list. So this is a dynamic array, you can store any number of elements in the array. So now the next example, that is a big integer class. So what is the use of the big integer class? So I am giving the first example of the big integer class. So this is again a part of the java.math. So that's why I am just importing that particular line. Here the big integer x, I am just creating the object of the big integer class. In argument I am passing this much length number, and I am multiplying this number with this specific number 5. So what happened over here? Here this will generate, you can see, just count it down. You can just count out how many digit is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28 digit is there. So 28 digit, and I am multiplying with this digit with the 5. So this will generate a result. Much more range number is there. So how to multiply this number? I am just creating a big integer z, and x dot multiply method is there. So x dot multiply with the y. So here the multiplication of x is multiply with the y, and I am displaying the value in a z. So I will show you the output. You can see Java C, then big integer dot Java, Java C big integer demo dot Java. Here some I need to again save this particular file. Dot Java extension is there in system dot out dot println. I am just printing the z is equals to, I am just using a different quotation over here, that's why this problem is there. So now again let's run this code. Big int demo dot Java, Java big int demo. So you can see the range of this number, and you can see the output. So the length of this digit is we cannot store this data in a specific integer data type. So that's why we can use a big integer class. And similar next one, that is a big decimal class is there. Similarly I am just dividing that particular number. So here my x number is 1 is there, and y is a 6 is there. So you need to pass the data in the constructor in the form of the string, because string is the type of where we cannot we have no limit of the range, because if the argument is, suppose in a default constructor you are passing an integer, character or double is there, so there is some range is there of the double. But string, in the string you can pass any range of that in a double quotation. So that's why in the default constructor, the parameterized constructor argument in the form of the string. Now I am just dividing x, 1 divided 6, so I am dividing x. Now you are dividing with the y. Now what number, after the precision, what number of precision you want to print? So I want just 30. Then decimal dot round up. Round up means what? The last digit will be in the form of the round up. You know the answer will be in the form of the 0 point something something something. So the last digit in the form round up. So let's run this code again. Java C big decimal dot Java, and then Java, you can see 0.1666, and the last digit is in a round up, because I have just passed it out argument as a big decimal dot round up. So you can use this big integer and big decimal for the you want to perform the, there is no limit of the range, right? You can also use a big integer class for the factorial also. You want to find the factorial of the 50, you want to find the factorial of 100, you can use any type of argument. So that's it from the programming session. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.